everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So a special welcome to those of you who are new and have recently subscribed. Thank you so much for joining my YouTube channel family. And today's video, I'm super excited because I am going to be ranking my primers. I've already started a ranking series here on my channel. I did not create these ranking videos. I have been inspired by other beauty creators here in this YouTube space. And so there are so many ranking style videos out there, and I just wanted to kind of bring those to my channel specifically. So I have already ranked my bronzers, my cream blushes, and now today I'm going to be ranking my primers, and I'm so excited. Before we begin this video, I did want to let you know that the last Shop My Stash video that I posted, I did mention in that video that I did some decluttering. I actually did like a whole collection declutter, and I didn't film that for you guys because I'm super indecisive and I feel like I would not be able to do very good on camera if I'm being honest. So what I plan on doing is just kind of sharing with you all which products are in the maybe section and then which products I'm for sure decluttering. So stay tuned for those types of videos, and if you have any other video suggestions, I always love hearing from you guys and love hearing your ideas. And you know, again, just thank you for all of your support as always. So let's go ahead and get into this video. So these primers that I'm going to be talking about today are primers that I did not declutter and they're not in my maybe pile. These are primers that are sticking around. I like them. I want to keep them. I've enjoyed them and so forth. So let's go ahead and get started. So I do have 16 primers to go ahead and rank for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So ranking in at number 16, I do have the NYX Marshmallow Primer. This I haven't had in my collection too long. I purchased it back in April. And the reason this one is ranking last is because I just don't feel like it does too much. I haven't really used it since the spring, and so I definitely need to pull it back in and get some more use out of it and test it out some more. But the times that I have used it, I just haven't been super impressed with how it makes my skin look before makeup. So that's why this one is ranking in at number 16. At number 15, I do have this one from Milani, and I'm not sure if I ever shared with you guys that I did pick this one up, but this is the Milani Chill Out Soothing Primer. Milani, I want to say, kind of like revamped their primers this year. I want to say a lot of them are still the same. They just repackaged them. Their Skin BFF primer has gotten a lot of love here on YouTube, as well as this one. This one appealed to me specifically because it's a soothing primer. It says that it has wild oat extract as well as ceramides, and I thought that that would be really nice since I do have redness and rosacea. I thought that this would be a great primer to have. It's ranking in kind of low because I don't want to reach for it that much, which is kind of weird. It feels really nice on the skin. I don't notice that it does a whole lot of smoothing or blurring, however, but it still is very nice feeling on the skin. I think it's just because it doesn't do a whole lot except just that instant soothingness. I'm just not really gravitating towards it because I don't feel like it has like its place in my primer collection, if that makes sense. Then at number 14, I honestly feel like all of these last three could kind of work interchangeably, but this is from Wet n Wild's. This is their Impossible Primer. This is the one silicone free primer that does it all. So again, I purchased this back in the spring and was super intrigued by this one because of the fact that it does so much. It's supposed to mattify, hydrate, blurs pores, prep skin for lasting makeup, being silicone free, all of the fun stuff. But honestly, I just don't notice that it does all of those things. I don't notice a whole lot of blurring. I don't notice it extending my makeup wear or anything like that. But I do notice that it's pretty hydrating and that it does provide a good base. But again, I'm not noticing a whole lot of like smoothing or blurring, not mattifying at all. So I don't know where they get that from, but this one is just kind of, again, just kind of like but I still want to have it in my collection because I do enjoy having very affordable products in my collection, and this does work well. Like, it doesn't break me out, it doesn't ball up, it doesn't pill, like nothing. It's just a standard primer in my opinion. Ranking in at number 13, I do have my Rare Beauty Illuminating primer. I want to say this is the Always an Optimist one. This is one again that I purchased in the spring. This is like the first primer that she came out with. This one is beautiful. It gives a really nice, beautiful, kind of like illuminating, glowy finish to your skin before foundation. I just don't notice a whole lot of that glowiness transferring in to your foundation, like kind of seeking in through the foundation. And that's something that I really like about glowy primers. And so the fact that this one doesn't do that too much is kind of why this is lower on the scale. I do have her like pore diffusing one, but you won't see that one in this video because that one is actually in my maybe pile. I just don't know how much that actually does for my skin. And so at least this one does provide that initial glow. So this one is ranking in at number 13. At number 12, I do have this one from Revlon. This is the Revlon Perfecting and Smoothing Makeup and Skincare Primer. So Revlon came out with these primers not too long ago. Maybe it was last year. They have like a brightening one, they have a mattifying one, and then they do have this one, which is like the smoothing one. And I have to say, this one does do a pretty good job at prepping the skin. I do notice some blurring and smoothing happening, but I will say the consistency is a little bit of a thicker gel formula that sometimes I feel like I really have to let this sink into my skin in order for it to be, in order for it to actually feel like it's going to work and that it's like foundation's going to lay on top of it nicely, if that makes sense. So anyways, I do think it's a pretty good like middle of the road kind of primer for me, but again, it's just something that I think that there are other better ones out there, but I still think it's good. I really do. And that's something that I wanted to say. I feel like I like all of these primers. I do. I've decluttered my entire collection, and so the primers that are staying with me, I do enjoy and I do like them. So I actually like all of these primers, or else I wouldn't have kept them. You know, I adjusted to declutter. But there are just some obviously that perform better than others, and I want to recommend the best ones, and I want you guys to know of those very, very high ranking ones, because if you're needing a primer, let's say for your wedding day or prom or something, right, where you're gonna want your makeup to really last, then I want you guys to know about that too. So just so you kind of are aware of that. Ranking in at number 11, I do have this mini Tarte primer here. This is the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. This is nice. It's very nice. It's very hydrating, as you would assume because of the name. It smells so good. It smells like coconut, which I always enjoy. The only reason why this is ranked at number 11 is because whenever you go in with your skincare, or whenever I go in with my skincare, I apply a moisturizer, I apply my sunscreen, that my skin is already pretty moisturized by the time I'm ready to apply my foundation. And so going in with the hydrating primer is not always something that I'm wanting to do, because I just feel like that's just another added layer. But you can say that about any primer, but I guess knowing that a primer is just going to moisturize and hydrate my skin, while that's nice sometimes, especially when my face is feeling drier than others, I still don't know if it's like completely necessary. So that's why this one is ranking lower, but also because it does feel pretty much like a lotion. So it's like going in with another moisturizer in a way, but it does prep your skin nicely, which is nice. So I do like this one, but that's why it's ranked a little bit lower. Ranking in at number 10, very similar story as the Tarte one that I just mentioned. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, and this is crazy because if you would have asked me like a year and a half to 2 years ago, I would have ranked this at like number 1 or 2. Like honestly, I loved this primer for so long, and it is pretty well loved here on YouTube, but I have noticed it being dethroned as of late, and I think it's just because there's so many really great makeup products out there. And so this one is nice. This is definitely a more thin formula compared to the Tarte one, which is nice because it feels like this is a little bit more lightweight on the skin. But again, it's just hydrating your skin. That's all it's doing. It's kind of acting as like another type of moisturizer for your skin. But this one, it does fully absorb into the skin pretty quickly because of its thinner consistency, and it does really like prep your skin well for makeup. But again, it's just kind of like finding its place within my collection. Number 9. Now this one, I truly do feel that it's effective and that it does a great job. This is the Touch and Soul Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. I said that's so funny. This one is nice. It really is. I do feel like it makes a pretty good difference in my skin. I do feel like there's blurring happening and smoothing happening, especially like in my larger pore areas. And so I do feel that this does something. I feel like it does a great job at prepping your skin. I keep saying that, I'm sorry, but it's a primer. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to prep your skin. And so this one, I do feel like it's effective. I do. And if you're someone that struggles with pores, maybe try this one out. I will say though, it feels like it has silicone, but I'm not entirely sure. It is made in Korea, and I know usually Korean skincare and makeup, they tend to have pretty good ingredients in their products, so it may not have silicones, but it definitely kind of feels like it. But just kind of noting that. Number 8, this one is, I don't know if it's available. It's another Milani primer. It's actually currently in my Partners in Cream project, so you definitely have heard me talk about it as of late. But this is the Milani Soft Focus Glow Primer. This is beautiful. This is so stunning. It doesn't do anything as far as blurring or smoothing or extending your makeup wear, but it just really enhances your complexion and provides glow. Like, that's basically what it does. This is so stunning. I love putting this like on the high points of my cheeks before applying foundation and applying it like on my forehead area, and it really does shine through the foundation, which is nice and what I'm looking for. And I like it. I think it's really good, and I think if you can get your hands on it, or if you can find it in store, I do recommend you picking it up. So this one is very similar, but I do prefer this consistency and texture better. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Something super sad about Becca closing is the fact that they have such good primers, and this one is no exception. This one is so nice, and honestly, it really does shine through the makeup. It really does. I feel like throughout the day you can really see the shine that this primer can actually give your skin, the glow that this can give your skin. And I'm so glad that I was able to find this travel size at TJ Maxx, because I knew that these were going to get harder and harder to find. But this is a stunning product. It really is. And the consistency of this one is more lotiony than that of the Milani one I just mentioned, so I do prefer this one a little bit more. Breaking in at number 6, I do have this one from First Aid Beauty. This is the Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. First Aid Beauty does an amazing job at primers. I love their coconut skin like priming moisturizer that I just finished in my Partners in Cream project. I love that one. I love this one. It's kind of strange that this is mattifying, but because it is kind of lotiony, and it does remind me a lot of the coconut one, but I do think that this does make a difference in my makeup. I really do. It's a good one. It really is. I don't know what else much to say about it besides the fact that it's just good. It's very good, and I recommend it. All right, then we have the other Becca primer. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. So the First Light is the purple one. I love this. This is so beautiful on the skin. This one is kind of more of like a similar glow to maybe that of the Rare Beauty one that I mentioned earlier. It's not going to give you the same luminosity as the Backlight Priming Filter. This one almost gives you more of like a healthy glow, kind of like a lit from within kind of glow, while the other one is definitely more like luminous, glowy, if that makes sense. Like a champagne-y kind of almost filter on your skin. This one just really does just make your complexion look healthy and radiant, if that makes sense. So stunning. I love this product. This is my second one that I have, because I have one currently in my Partners in Cream project that I'm trying to finish up, so I'm almost done with that one. And then I do have this one, which is nice because again, I knew that Becca was closing, so I definitely kind of wanted to have this again, because I like it, and I love that it's the travel size because I can actually get through it, which is very nice. Number 4, I cannot believe that I was almost about to completely forget about this product, honestly. Number 4 is the Benefit Hydrating Professional. This is so good. So good. I kind of saw a teaser for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, the fall one that's coming up. And I want to say one of the days these are half off, and I'm totally buying it because I just have this very tiny size that I got in an Ipsy bag, and so I'm totally buying the full size. I love this primer so much. I think it is so good. I feel like it hydrates, but it really does blur your skin and smooth out your skin. I just love this. I love it so much. I think it is like 100 times better than the original Professional. I did not like the original Professional. I don't like the Pearl Glow, like glowy Professional. This is where it's at. I love this one. At number 3, so we are almost there. If you saw my top 3 favorite products in each category video, you probably already know what my top 3 are. But at number 3, ranking it at number 3, I do have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I said that's so weird, like flawless filter. But this one is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It's kind of like a step up from the Becca one in the sense of this one you can actually use as like a liquid highlighter. What I love to do is actually mix it in with my foundation. So I'll like get the doe foot and just apply some on the back of my hand and then do like a pump and a half or whatever of my foundation, mix it, and then apply my foundation that way. And it really is so stunning. And the packaging, of course, is so beautiful. I just love this product. I think it's so beautiful, and I think it really does make a difference in how my makeup looks throughout the day and how healthy my skin looks and so forth. Ranking in at number 2, I'm so shocked because this is a drugstore primer. This is a primer that's super inexpensive, but honestly, it has completely changed the game for me. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer. This is the one that has 12-hour makeup grip. If your Walmart sells Hard Candy and this is there, snag it up, grab it. Thank me later. This is so good. I'm not one to usually tell you that you need something, but this is so good. This is far better than the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It is, I mean, honestly, the Milk Hydro Grip, I feel like doesn't really absorb into the skin as well as this one, which is good because you do want it to kind of like grip onto the foundation. But I feel like this one absorbs into the skin better and it grips your foundation. So it's doing both. This is just so good. It is so good. I've talked about this a lot on my channel, but earlier this year, my mom and sisters and I and my cousin, we went to Fredericksburg, and we were still like very actively wearing masks. We're wearing masks now, but especially back in January we were. And I went in with this primer and a foundation. I had a full beat of makeup on because I knew that we'd probably be taking like cute pictures and stuff, maybe go to a winery, all of that. And I was wearing my mask though all day, and all day I was like putting it on and taking it off and putting it on, you know what I mean? And whenever we got to the Airbnb that night, I looked at my skin in the mirror, looked at my makeup. My makeup looked so good still, and I was wearing this primer. Like, I'm telling you right now, this is just so good. It is so good. It really does work. It does. I mean, I'm so in love, and I'm so shocked. Now my number 1. My number 1 is pricey. I'm so sorry, but it is. But it's good. It is so good. And it's the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. You guys knew this. You knew this. I talk about it quite a bit on my channel. This is good. This is so good. This is a primer that if I could only buy one primer, it would be this one. And it's so pricey, but this is an experience. Not only does it smell really good, not only does it feel luxurious, not only does it look luxurious, but it actually works. It actually works. One of my biggest problem areas when it comes to applying foundation and foundation wear is my nose. If I apply this on my nose, and if this is my primer for the day and I apply foundation, my nose looks flawless. And like that never happens, never happens. I will say, if you are curious at all about trying this one, they do have a mini, and I highly recommend picking that one up. And then if you finish that one, maybe treat yourself to the larger size, or if you just want to go completely all in, pick it up during the next VIB sale that's coming up this fall, hopefully. But yes, I love it. I can't sing the praises of this one enough. I hate how expensive it is, but I have to say, this has lasted me a really long time. I purchased it during the VIB sale last year, I want to say, and I still have it. Now, mind you, I shop my stash a lot, so like it's not like I'm using this every day. Obviously, if I did, I would probably be done with it already. But knowing that I have all of these primers, but I'm still reaching for this one kind of regularly, shows that it has lasted very well. But those are all of the primers. I hope you guys enjoyed. I absolutely love ranking style videos. I think they're so much fun to watch, and I really enjoy making them as well. It's super frustrating though when I forget products, and I'm pretty sure I did. So I apologize in advance if you were waiting on a primer and I never mentioned it, and maybe it was in my maybe pile, or maybe I decluttered it. But anyways, stay tuned for those videos, and stay tuned for any of my other future ranking videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. I would love for you to like this video, and I would also love for you to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.